What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into Motorsports Almanac podcast. Man, it's been a minute since we have been here, but we're going to cover every bit of it. We got back from National Farm Machinery Show. We've got World Series of Pro Mod going on this week as well. Super excited to be covering that later on this week. But we've got some things to get through first. Midwest Spring Nationals coming up next week as well. We're going to have Clinton Tucker on here in just a little bit to talk about that. First, I really don't know how we found this, but I think I was on my way home from National Farm Machinery Show, and this for you, or suggested for you, popped up on Facebook, and it had Bounty Pro Pulling League on it. And lo and behold, it's a brand new game that's going to be coming to us here fairly soon. This is KOD down there at the bottom of your screen. He is the developer of the Bounty Pro Pulling League, as well as Bounty Drag Racing. And if his drag pulling game is anything like the drag racing game is, we are in for a special treat. So first of all, KOD, thank you so much for coming on with us. You know, whenever I reached out to you, I didn't know where we would get with it as far as helping you promote, allowing us to help you promote this game as much as we can, because this is something us as pullers and as pulling fans, I think we've been starving for something like this.
Yeah, hopefully I can make the games that you guys want to play.
Yeah, definitely. James Grace, hello everyone. Super excited for tonight. What's up, KOD? James, I'm assuming he's one of your drag racing buddies?
Probably, yeah, because I shared it on my page, so a lot of the guys are gonna come in.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that. But man, let's just jump right into it. You know, so I've done a little digging on the drag racing game. I think you told us beforehand, before we got in here, it's been around for about 2 years. And the amount of things that you have accomplished with that game already, you know, you've gotten this game to the point to where here next month, right around this time, you're going to be having a race where you're legitimately racing for $1,500, like legitimate money, that your leagues have grown that much.
Yeah, it's all thanks to the sponsors, people who believe in the games.
Yeah. So who are some of your sponsors there? I think you and I talked about one that we had in common there. I think Straight Line Media was one of them, right?
Yeah, Straight Line Media. We have JD Tuning. Most of them are just run from drag racing tuners and engine builders. So Sunset Performance Engines, Reese Brothers Race Cars. So make a lot of the cars that are going to be down there at World Series of Pro Mod, drag tuners or a tuning app.
Awesome.
I think that's most of them, yeah.
So why in the world did we get into tractor pulling? That's going to be the first thing we got to find out. Is how in the world did we get here?
So the funniest thing, I lost a bet, and I had to put a cleanup tractor in Bounty Drag Racing, like the prep tractors, and I put it in as a joke and as a video, and it got like 100K views, almost more than anything else I ever did. And I said, if we got to 100, I have to add it. So I had to do it. And after doing it, I realized that people were doing races with the tractors, running like 16-second passes to the quarter mile.
That's awesome.
If this is not how tractor pulling is born, I don't know what is.
And they said, how many views for you to make a tractor pulling game? And that's when I started to like, okay, maybe I got to take this seriously because people really want it.
Yeah. And I think you're going to find that your audience is going to do nothing but grow. Mm-hmm. You know, it definitely garnered attention. You know, we did some collaboration posts to promote this show of you coming on, and man, it's gotten people's attention. I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm just really excited to be able to show off tonight what you've come up with so far. But first, I kind of thought we'd show off some of the designs that you sent us from the drag racing world, just to emphasize how much, I guess creative control is the best way I can put it for that game as far as the paint schemes and everything go. Let me get them pulled up here. I thought I had it pulled up already.
We done this 20 minutes ago. Come on.
I closed it. I'm sorry.
Squirrel.
No squirrel. Yeah, y'all. So these are designs just purely from the Bounty Drag Racing side of things. The possibilities that you're going to be able to have within your game is going to be, I feel like, almost endless, right, KOD?
Pretty much. This is all done in game. No, you don't need to edit the files or anything. Yeah, right from the game.
Yeah, like every one of these are hand done within the game itself, as you said. And You've been adding some DLCs into your game too, haven't you? What are all those about?
Yeah, so the game started with a very limited amount of cards. So what I did was I left the price of the game pretty low, so it's $25 and you get cards for every class. But then if you want something specific, you can buy it separately.
Okay. So, yeah, so we kind of talked about that amongst ourselves. We could see that being something that could come into the polling side of things eventually, right?
Sure, I mean, I'm always adding new content to the games, either as DLC or for free, depending.
Right. So where else? So you've told me, do you have an idea of when you would want to release this? Or I think you've said early beta testing is going to be coming soon. I know you're working on this day and night. You put in a lot of work on it today just to get us the videos that we have to show them tonight.
I'm hoping to have it out by March, maybe mid to late March.
The full game or the beta?
No, the beta. For
Just the
testing.
beta. Okay.
Because I want to get it in the hands of people to see what the physics are like, when it's changing, when it's improving.
Okay. Man, that's a lot sooner than what I thought it would be, honestly. That's man, March is right around the corner.
Yeah.
The clips,
Unfortunately.
the clips you showed us, which we'll show in a second. You've already, I mean, to me, it's light years ahead of anything we've ever seen before.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I mean, by a long shot.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like I told you earlier, you know, we've been, as polling fans and as drivers both, we've won something like this. And, you know, there's been guys that have started it and just either never had the opportunity to finish it because of what they were doing in their real life, or just flat out just ran out of time and just didn't do it. But this is going to be something that's really exciting. You know, I see the viewers are they're piling in right now to see this, and we cannot wait for it. So do you guys want to go ahead and show it? And then KOD, I can pause it where you want me to pause it.
Yeah, you can pause it anywhere you have questions, and I can explain.
Perfect. All right. I have this set up, I promise. All right. So y'all, here's your first exclusive look into Bounty Pro Pulling League. No sound, because if we put the sound on, it's going to deafen your ears. But no, the sled itself already looks, the detail and the chains and everything by themselves, it looks awesome. Okay, that semi kind of looks like Maximus Prime a little bit, doesn't it, guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We've got flag people down here at the end of the track already. Now, this is something I'm really excited for. I'm going to hit pause right here. We're indoors, and the smoke tube is actually moving with the sled as you go down through there. How hard was that? I want to know how hard that was.
It wasn't hard after I figured out how to do it. Figuring out how to do it was the hard part.
So what all did you have to do to get there at first?
I was just thinking of how to do it, because there's always many ways to do something, but you have to find a way to where people's computers don't start melting from physics. So I was trying to find the cheapest way to do it.
Okay. James Grace, dude, were you the one that was hosting the TikTok lives on Sunday nights on the BeamNG stuff? I think that is the guy I was watching, because I sent that to a few people.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, dude. Welcome to the show. Yeah, that's kind of where I was hoping something like that would start.
I've been talking back and forth with him. Yeah.
Okay. I got it. Awesome, dude. Welcome to the show. But no, that's just the indoor. This clip's like 5 minutes long. So now we've got two-wheel drive, obviously. You said you weren't going to reveal too much as far as classes go, but, you know, we've obviously already seen semis. Now we're seeing a two-wheel drive truck. And which the way the two-wheel drive truck handles, I think it's absolutely phenomenal. That's about as realistic as you can get, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And now here's my favorite part, the creation suite. Y'all, so KOD, you were telling us beforehand, you've put this in here on purpose, the creation suite, because you've already had guys DMing you and knocking down your door to put their tractor, truck, whatever you've got in their game. This is just proof that you can do it right here.
Yeah. Once I have the body style, you can paint it however you want.
Yeah. I mean, you've got your textures over here. You've got your letters, lights, customs. I'm not even going to try brush opacity, brush hardness, the brush sides. So you're really going to be able to manipulate it and paint it any way that you want, like you're doing on this truck here. I gotta believe this was just as hard as anything else, right?
No, I mean, the paint job itself took 5 minutes at the most, but making the system took a while, but it's from the other game, so I had it already made.
Yeah. There is absolutely no way I could do this in 5 minutes. I can tell you that right now. That is not going to happen. This is awesome,
It's
man.
just practice. Like, there's a couple of people in the Discord for drag racing that makes amazing stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
felt
we've
that,
seen that already with the paint jobs. But no, you've got the different lettering that you can put in here like this. You know, this is gonna be awesome.
This is using the stuff in the paint booth, but you can also just design something in like Photoshop and put it inside, so you don't have to put each there individually.
So you can import your own. I guess it would be a
You can
sticker
make
then, right?
your sticker in Photoshop and just put it in way quicker. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So this is just with what comes with the game, but you can add anything you want, logos and stuff.
Yeah. So, I will definitely be trying to create mine. Zach, you're gonna be trying to create yours.
Dude, this is so above my head.
You don't have to make
It's
them.
gonna take a while.
Like the paint job gets saved in the documents folder, and you can just, it's a text file. You can just send it to someone, and they have the paint job.
Oh,
So you can just share
really?
them. Yeah,
Oh,
it's just a
Oh,
file.
Man, that's gonna be awesome.
so like kind of like copy and paste in Word, right?
Pretty much.
Just drag and drop the file to the folder. So we have people who don't even race in drag racing. They just make paints all day and sell them to people or make them for free because they just enjoy painting
Yeah.
that much.
That is just that's
Yeah.
what
Wow, this is amazing.
it is neat.
And the detail. Yep. I love the paint splatter. That front part right there where it says roadkill, that looks like something that we'd have in real life. Absolutely. So now this is another detail I really wanted to hit on. You've already thought ahead for this and the online modes and everything. With this, your class, the name of the vehicle, and who's driving, it's already gonna be in the game.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't just something that's in here for the video, right?
Yeah, that's actually inside the game. So every time someone puts up, if you're recording a video, you don't have to edit it yourself to put in the names. You just have it already in game.
That's gonna be real nice. Real
So
nice.
and when we're talking about multiplayer, this will be something for multiplayer all at once, where everybody can be on like the same server.
So it's by lobbies. So you start a lobby and anyone can join you. So if
Yeah.
you're gonna do an event, you will post in the Discord, hey, I'm doing this class at 8 in this venue, and people will join you.
Yeah. But now you're also gonna have the ability to do your own private events, right?
Yeah, you can put the lobby in private and only invite your friends if you want.
Okay. That's going to be the one that everybody loves the most, I feel like. So now this is another part of it right here. So I'm assuming this is imported in over from your drag racing side of things, right?
Yeah, this is exactly the same as drag racing. So it's gonna be changed a little bit, but right now it's the same.
Yeah. So this was just purely for showing off purposes. I mean,
Yeah.
look at that, boys. We got an indoor stack on a diesel 4x4. Look at that. And then the flag guy actually works. Once you get past him, he drops his flag. I love that. Whoa. So breakage is a thing.
Yes.
So how many hours of videoing and tractor pulling and truck pulling have you watched to create this since it doesn't exist where you're from?
I wouldn't know how many hours, but I've been looking at it for months now.
Oh my gosh.
Because you have definitely covered about everything I can think of you need to cover.
Yeah, ain't
Yeah,
that
I
the
need to give a
truth?
shout out to James Grace, who's in the chat, because he was the first person to see some of the videos, and he gave me some pointers of what I was doing wrong and right, so that helped me to get it even better.
Yeah. Chris Young, this is going to, I don't want to say for now, but Bounty, this is going to be on PC only, right?
Yes, PC only.
Yeah. Now here we go to the tractor side of things. This is really cool. I might bump this forward just a little bit just because of the spool up, but you've said that's going to be fixed based off what you tune it with, right?
It's based on the tune, yeah. If you put more
Yeah.
more boost in it, it's gonna spool up quicker, or what either RPM you have it at. So you can adjust it as slow or as fast as you want.
Yeah. So with that being said, you're going to be able to adjust what RPM the tractor itself leaves at then, right?
Um, at least when you let off the brakes. So you
Okay.
choose when to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So how's that going to work with the braking side of things? Because I know with us, we have our own independent steering brakes.
So in game, the way it works is you will put it in first gear, you hold the brake and the throttle, and it will automatically put the clutch in. So you rev it up to the RPMs you want, you let go of the brake, and the clutch is gonna slowly come in automatically. In
Oh,
terms
man.
of steering, you have a rear steer, but instead of two brake pedals, when you steer, it automatically turns that into braking
Yeah.
for that wheel.
Okay, so right steer be right brake, left steer be left brake, or similar?
Yeah, because I was trying to do it like to where you have different inputs, but thinking about people on gamepads, you don't have enough buttons to like have a brake and then a left brake and a right brake. It would be too complicated.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair point. I like it. I'm all for it. I mean, I
There's
am
a
going to
lot.
show the. I do. Are you okay if I show that one clip you sent me this
Yeah,
afternoon?
yeah. If you say it's fine, you can show it.
Yeah. But no,
There's
I
a
like.
lot of thought that went into this.
Yes, there is, and I guess the biggest thing I want to say ahead of time is thank you for doing it the right way.
Absolutely.
Yes.
With
Absolutely.
the other game, I learned the importance of getting the details right.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, the flag guys weren't even details that I thought of. I didn't think that that would even be possible. All right. Yep, there we go. Front end comes up. We're good there. We're going to show you what happens in a minute if you don't do it correctly. But yeah, that looks fantastic.
Yeah, it does.
I'm so excited for this. And then for you to tell us that the beta is going to be out next month, man. I'm so excited. Zach, you better be finding you a computer.
Yeah, I'll send you some money and you can freaking get me what I need.
Yeah. Man, this looks phenomenal. I can't emphasize enough how great that looks. I'm going to show that other clip real quick, too, before we get into audience questions. Guys, if you've got questions, now that you've seen the videos and the pictures and
Anything you
everything
wanna
that
ask,
we're working
yeah.
with, we need to get those rolling. Where's that other tab? It's on this one.
We better be careful. Next thing you know, people will be asking for, hey, how can we do this at an event? It's like, oh, we're now stepping in a new area.
Dude, you're telling me. Yeah, man, the comments they're going wild right now. Everybody's loving this so far. Yeah. So, y'all, this is what happens whenever you don't transfer the weight correctly. And I was genuinely impressed with how realistic it looks for what happens in real life. So this is where you said you kind of move the weight around to go back and whatnot, right?
Yeah, in the tuning, you can adjust the weight transfer front and back. So if you set it to the front, it's gonna go smoothly, but it's not gonna pull as hard. If you set it back, it's gonna pull harder, but it's harder to control it, to keep it straight.
Yeah. So let's take a look at this real fast. Dear Lord, that's loud. Wow. Yeah. This is very wow.
It's very light
So this
super.
happens if you tune it incorrectly, yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
So
man,
like when you
happens.
adjust weight, will you actually see them move from the front to the back, or are they going to stay static like that?
It depends. No, so the weights they visually don't move right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Right
Awesome.
now, yeah.
Yeah. James Grace, he says, I was working with him trying to explain how the slipper clutches work to try and implement that. Yeah. I don't know how hard that would be to implement. KOD, you know way
Yeah,
more about that.
He sat on a call with me and he explained it to me, and I think I can do it. I don't know if it's gonna be when the beta comes out, but I can do it. Yeah, where you set it by RPMs instead of time.
Yep. Coy Thomas, will this have online classes scheduled at specific times to compete multiplayer simulating actual pulls? I mean, KOD, you want to take that one? I mean, technically, my answer is yes, because you're going to be hosting your own events or whatever, right?
Yeah, if we can replicate what we have in Bounty Drag Racing, we have 3 or 4 events every single night, different classes, and I don't host them, players host them. So if we have a good amount of people who want to do their own events, they can do it. If not, I step in and do my own.
Yep. By the way, to every single one of y'all that are watching right now, share this around because this is going to be
absolutely
the main spot that you see these videos and photos for now, right, KOD?
Yeah.
Awesome. Make sure you guys are sharing this. I see a whole bunch of you guys watching. The word's definitely spreading. Oh my goodness. Warren, I don't want to mispronounce your name.
Bounty Drag Racing, yeah.
Yeah. Realistic sounds from Wyatt Parker. As far as the
always
going
to be
go.
difficult to try to get. I always try my best, but it's always really hard to capture the sounds of these vehicles, especially the turbos. The turbos really mess with the microphones, so the sounds a lot of the time don't work if you record them.
Okay, that's fair. Moose's tractor pulling videos. Could we potentially see a console game built for it, i.e., steering wheel, brake pedals, seat with vibration, hand throttle? They have, I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean for farming simulator. I wonder if that can't be done. I gotta imagine that someone does that for your drag racing game, right?
If he's asking about using a wheel, you can use a wheel and pedals, and I think maybe you can use one from Farm Simulator if it works the same as any other wheel. It should work.
I was gonna say there's a farming simulator. There's farming simulator PC.
Let's just get a clutch to push against you, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, I mean, I would honestly use the brake pedal for it. I wonder if you could configure that to work like that, to have the brake pedal do it. But then how are you gonna? That might have to go back
to the drawing board. Because I don't even have one of those wheels that have the brake pedal with that. Yeah.
I don't know if I have one at the moment. I know I did it one time. I'll have to ask where in the world we put this thing. Jake Shepard, is there a way to do clutch tuning?
Yes, right now you can change how quickly it engages and how much it's gonna slip.
Man, that'd be right up his alley.
Man, I really don't know of a detail that you haven't thought of.
I don't like adjusting a clutch in real life, let alone on a game.
We're gonna be doing good to get you started on the game.
Yes, you'll do. Yes, you're right there.
Andrew Sprock, will there be explosions? Yeah, man, you missed it on the Superstock 4x4.
It's on the video. Yeah,
it had a pretty good fire. We'll probably run that video through a couple more times for people.
You're not gonna have the engine fall out or anything, but you're gonna have explosions, and it's down to the tuning too. So if you're running too much timing, or if you're running at too high RPMs, you're damaging the engine or the turbo, and it's gonna blow up.
Yeah. So we're kind of dabbling into that to begin with, right? Can we kind of talk about the amount of control and what adjustments we're going to be able to make as players to the vehicle itself? You've already mentioned we're going to be able to mess with the timing. We're going to be able to do the clutch. What else? What do we have control over?
So I'm trying off the top of my head. So for the ones that have adjustable suspension, you can adjust the height and how stiff it is. You can also adjust the idle RPM and the max RPM. So if you want to make more power, but it's going to damage the engine more, so you have to kind of play with that. The weight transfer is pretty much the most important one, especially for the diesels, because you need to put it in the front all the way, so they hook up better. Okay. And I think that's most of the important stuff for tuning.
How about tire pressure? Did you say that already?
It's not in yet, but it's possible to do it.
Boy, oh boy, if we want to get into that, if we want to go down that rabbit hole, what type of tire are you running?
No, just forget that mess right now.
KOD, that's a big thing going on in our world right now is a tire wars, pretty much is what we're calling them. It's ridiculous.
Today I was playing around right before making these videos with how different they behave with more grip or less grip, which would be your tire pressure, and it changes a lot. So I definitely be bringing that in as a tuning thing later down the line.
That'll be fantastic. Jake Shepard, are the tracks dynamic? Since we know the tracks can change during the classes, you and I have talked about this before. That's going to kind of come down to where we can move if we can move the sled around between the white lines and all that kind of stuff, right?
So at the moment, no. At the moment, it starts at a fixed place, and the tracks are not dynamic because I want to focus on making the physics of the pulling feel right. And once I got that, I can add more variables in. But trying to add all these variables in is going to make it really hard to dial in the sled.
Okay, that makes 110% sense. Tire pressure and weight position, big deal in pulling. Good question. I think he misspelled that. What about, track moisture? I guess that's going to go into the track dynamics then, right? The moisture of the track.
I haven't thought of it. I would have to sit down with James again, and he could explain to me like how it affects the car, so I understand it better because I need to understand it before I can add it. And I'm new to all of this.
Yeah. I feel like this is going to be a constant ad. You know what I mean? Like we're going to get the beta version to mess with next month, but now the more you start learning about all this, you're just going to keep building and building and building. I don't know if this game has a ceiling for what's possible, which is something that I'm just absolutely over the moon with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if you look at drag racing, it's been maybe 4 years at this point, and I've learned a lot. I've gone over to the US and worked with teams. So I've sat with them with the tuning, and they explain everything they're doing to the car and how it works, and that's made me learn a lot, and it's made the game a lot better. So if I can do that with polling and learn and make it into the game, it's gonna be something good.
Yeah, definitely. And we were talking about that before the show starts. I mean, we need to get you to one where you have time to sit there and do kind of, I guess, R&D to be the best way to put it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never been to one of these in person, so I have to really. Another thing people don't really think about is the scale. It's really hard to get the scale of things if you don't see them in person. Mm-hmm. So for drag racing, I was going off videos the same as I am for this. And when I went to the track and actually stood next to one of these, I was like, wow, I got the size really wrong. Because on pictures, it's really hard to judge.
Oh, definitely. Totally understandable. Mm-hmm. This sport's almost worse than drag racing is. You know, people look at it from afar and they're like, oh, that can't be that hard. Oh, it's terrible. But yeah, man. So what else do people need to know here? I know we told you about 30, 45 minutes. Is there any other details you can give us or that you that you want to give us, I guess would be the better way to put it?
I made a list just in case. Yeah. So the sled is really important to explain because the host, the creator of the lobby of the event has the control for the sled, and everyone else uses the whatever they set. So right now there are 3 controls: the extra weight that you add to the pan, to the block, and the speed at which the block moves forward, and then when the pan drops, so how far along it drops the pan. So with just those 3 factors, you can adjust the difficulty for whatever event you're running. So you can make it really hard and nobody gets to 200 foot, or you can make it so everyone gets to the pie at the end.
Wow. So is that something that even once the event starts that you're able to adjust, or is that going to be something that's dead set as soon as you start?
No, it's a pause menu. You just adjust it. It's a slider. You adjust it anytime you want. So if you set it too hard, you can just adjust it and start again. Yeah.
Wow. Boys, I don't want to wait till March. I want to play it now.
You're not kidding.
Man, yeah, this is awesome. But KOD, thank you very, very much for coming on the show with us, man. And definitely, I mean, y'all heard it here. Be on the lookout for the beta for this thing in March. And, you know, the sky's the limit for this game as far as I'm concerned.
100%.
Yeah,
For sure.
KOD, whenever you start adding some stuff into the games, I really hope you'll come back on and share those with us as well, man.
Anytime you want to
Sure,
come
no
on, let
problem.
us know. We'll be glad to help you however we can.
Hopefully, we can do an event on here live.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
don't worry. We've already been. My little mind's been creating things already. Don't worry.
And then when you figure out when you want to come to the States, get with us. We'd be glad to get with you and take you around and show you people, and yeah,
man, definitely. Yep. Thanks, KOD. Thank you very, very, very much for even doing this, sir.
Yes,
Thanks
thank you.
for having me.
Thanks, man.
Have a good one, bud.
Man, I'm even more excited now, and I watched these earlier in the day whenever he sent them to me. Man, I'm giddy for it. You know, I mean, the nerd side of me is ready for something like this. You know,
I think the reception of it was really well too. I mean, you see in the comments, people are very intrigued by it, especially.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
It can break up, and you can have some fun with your bowling buddies during the winter.
yeah. Hey James, we need to get you on the show too at some point, brother, because we gotta talk about what you were doing with the Beam and G stuff on TikTok Live on Sundays. That was freaking wild to begin with. That's kind of where I feel like this was almost born in a way. It's crazy.
yeah. It's the realistic of it now. Not even out. The chains on the sled was the thing I think caught me the most.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
that is detail oriented I've ever seen, and
Yeah.
this is only the scary part is that's only beginning. So what can you do from
I
here?
know, right?
yeah. The sky's not, I mean, there is no limit to this. I don't think.
No, the sky is the limit. I mean, there's literally you're going to be able to do whatever you want, and you know, I'm all for it. Now, don't worry, y'all. We've already got plans in place for whenever we're able to host these events. And probably the night the beta comes out, we'll probably jump on here and do one against each other, if I had to guess.
I'll watch.
Don't worry, I'll recruit some more of the younger ones to come out here. Jake Shepard, get your computer ready. But y'all, we've got an event coming up next week. Midwest Spring Nationals, return to Gordyville. We are super excited for that. We're going to bring Mr. Clint Tucker on now. Tucker, what's going on? Well, did you watch any of what we were doing beforehand? I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't see when you popped in.
I'm about 25 years too old for video games, but I'll watch you guys play with it.
Man.
It looks like a lot cheaper thing to promote.
Yeah.
That ain't no shit.
Did you hear what? So he has a drag racing game, right? They have leagues, but they can win more at those on there than some places that we go in the summer.
He said he asked us what we paid before we got on live. He said, "What do you guys win to win an event?" I said, "Not as much as you're paying $1,500 to win your game drag racing."
Exactly.
And that's freaking wild.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But what's the latest, bud?
I'm herding cats, man. Every day I pick up a couple more tractors. We're getting there. Some guys are getting their parts, and I get text messages every day. So it's coming around. I mean, you would
that's
think
got to make you feel better.
First of March we would not have all these problems, but holy, I mean, it's all the time.
Yep. 4-1 class looks like it's coming together really, really nicely. I saw a certain 88 series tractor that signed up today.
Yeah, and they actually made me really nervous because they took their transmissions out, sent them to Larry Profab, and he worked on them and sent it back, and they put it back. They were putting it back in yesterday. So
just since Louisville?
Since Louisville.
Holy moly, man. What is up with everybody taking all their stuff apart after farm show, though?
You have to. If you're a super farm, you must have a new bylaws. As soon as you get home, you take the hoods off, the head off, the turbo off, and send everything off. And just send it all off.
It's in the Bible.
Frame off. I mean, I even got rear end store apart. I mean, just
you have no idea.
End apart.
I think the super farm guys have maintenance envy of the pro stock guys. They are all trash and they come up with Louisville, so now they just got to take their stuff apart. So they can
Well, some of it was track being that good, but other part of it was other event induced.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But Tucker,
good. Everybody wants to go on a good track till you have to.
yeah, but we've got a great event on the way here at the Spring Nationals. You know, we're bringing back some of the classes that we don't typically get to run, which was kind of the goal in going back to Gordyville. You know, classes that we haven't ran at Shipshewana or Cloverdale. I mean, right off the top of my head, naturally aspirated super stocks,
Right.
the big pro farms, which
Yeah.
I'm really, really excited for.
And we actually are getting a couple more of them. I think are in the works. Are trying to they're trying to find a little bit bigger turbo to bolt on their current pro farm and bring it. So
Yes, Brandon, you pull Thursday evening.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
So we're getting there. I mean, we're gonna have plenty of hooks. It's gonna be warm. It's gonna be in the 50s. It's gonna be great.
We couldn't draw it up any better, could we?
Yeah, and shout out to all the guys that got entered early, and you know we got a great 466 class, good hot farm classes.
Yeah, we've got a heck of a class of 85 limited pros.
Oh yeah, those are the 9,000 super farm. You know, it's 24 and 30. I mean, that's a lot in one class, and we learned a lot on our scheduling because initially when we decided to do this back in February last year, we weren't going to run very much big pipe stuff, and I was afraid of the Louisville hangover, and it's real. But now that everybody knows, and it's kind of my fault that I didn't harass a bunch of guys early, but I just don't do that. You know, if you pull with us at Cloverdale or wherever we're at in January, I thank you and shake your hand. And if you're in the farm show, I'll leave you alone. Don't bother you, because you know that's the big dance in the winter. I don't call and harass you and say, hey, you have to sign up for Gordyville or where we're at in March. I just don't do it, and some do, and I don't. And but I waited 2 or 3 weeks too late, or I'd had about 4 or 5 more hot light pros. But that's shame on me and having values. So I've took it in the shorts before by doing that.
Well, I fully intended on being there, but the John Deere Pro Stock Massacre at Farm Show, I think, has something to do with my stuff not being done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Farm Show was hard on some stuff this time, man.
Well, there was a lot of attrition during the week, especially whenever you start getting in a situation where there's pull-offs and qualifiers. That's rough on them big motors, and running them hard as they do, because technically they're all broke, no matter when you're looking at them. Then you run them twice hot, it really hurts them. But part of the game, and I'm just glad I don't promote an event the weekend after that with pro stocks, because there'd be several of them in the dumpster.
Yeah. I'll tell you another class that I'm really looking forward to Clan is the light limited supers. You know, we always talk about it kind of having that good blend of guys from all over the map here. We're still a little light on guys from like Wisconsin, but you know, we've got Midwest World Nationals champ, first time ever, and all the years he's been there, he's still coming back to Gordyville. He wants to go 2 for 2 this year, Brian Miller.
Right. Well, and we kind of missed the target there too. In the past, we've always had a little struggle getting the light limiteds there because they're scared to death of that 250 foot of black dirt. But now they're starting to get their rear ends fixed, and we put them as our big noise on Thursday night. And a lot of guys didn't like that because they got to sit around all day Friday before they can run the finals on Saturday night. And that hurt us about 4 or 5 tractors, and we get it. We're learning. If we survive this winter and we do it again next year, we'll probably have 2 sessions of light limiteds like we do at Cloverdale or wherever.
Sweet. That's what I like.
Well, we hear it from both ends. You know, we hear it. You know, take it easy on us, don't tear us up. And then we also hear, you know, we come and we want to run twice, and so we're learning.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just like our first year all over again because we got new owners, new guys we're working with.
The stagecoach sold.
I think they bought it.
Did they? I seen on Facebook or something that it sold.
What's the stagecoach?
When I had the
boy.
meeting there with them right after Cloverdale, they said they were in the process of acquiring the restaurant in front of the.
Just don't take the salad bar away.
I don't know nothing about it. I never been in it in my life.
No, I even want to know.
It's just the bar in front of the building.
Oh, is that the one that connects to it?
No, it
Kind of.
doesn't connect to it. It's across the gravel driveway.
Fair enough.
You ever see Caleb Ogle? Ask him about that his night in there.
Tucker, what about Ogles? He was saying that Cloverdale was going to be ready to rock and roll.
He didn't tell you what year.
Yeah, okay, fair.
He texted me today, wanted to know if I need extra hotel rooms to Holiday Inn because he was going to cancel his.
Yeah, I'm sure anhydrous ammonia is probably starting to because it's dry over here. People are going to want to start farming next week, which
Oh yeah.
why March.
Yeah, gross.
But whatever.
No.
It-
We're bringing plenty of Pro Stock 4-wheel drive trucks as well. We have 18 signed up, I think it is.
that was a kind of an afterthought. It really went over really well. I mean, it goes to show you that there are some positive attitudes in the pulling world out there. You just gotta dig around and find them.
And them boys put on a good show too.
Guys that like to run together and have fun. And thanks to Isaac and the whole Indiana Truck Doors League, all the Thomases, they're good people to work with, and we're gonna have fun there with those trucks.
We've got a couple from my way. They're on the list. Wes Kitchens from there in Salem. I haven't seen Wes run in 3-4 years, I think.
Good.
Somewhere around there.
Good.
Yeah, I'm just going
Well,
through.
a lot of them, I think, were ready to go to Murfreesboro and pull down there, and it got iced out. So they had trucks ready and just didn't have a place to go.
So, Clint, what's the schedule as far as test passes? We're doing test passes. What's the schedule?
We're going to do our test passes at noon on Thursday. We're not going to ruin. We're not going to ruin Wednesday. We got a kind of a skeleton crew on setup because of the anhydrous and all that stuff's going on, and so we're down to doing a lot and getting the building set up as far as the bleachers put in, the gates put up, the dirt moved, and all that stuff. We're going to need all day Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to get that done, and all the numbers up to Joe's standards. And
oh boy,
it's been since 2020 since we've been there, but we got templates and we know where things are going to go, and Joe will have it all ironed out. And this weekend, Ryan Zolik, our live stream guy and our IT guy, he'll be here at the house, and we'll draw the numbers and put the lineups up live. That'll be Saturday afternoon and evening, and we'll print the lineup sheets, put the books together for the drivers, and today's major disaster was we're 2 lift tractors short, so we're looking all over the world for 2 lift tractors, trying to get 2 small tractors, big tractors up, move them around. I mean, it's just the John Deere's we had at Cloverdale worked great, but they sold a couple of them, so now we're scattered. Flea's looking, and Riekman's do a good job helping us. Riekman equipment, Sloan equipment, so we'll do the best of what we got from where we're from.
Definitely. And so what else do we need, Tucker? Where are we at on the box seats? Where are we at on?
We got a few left at the starting line. A lot of people kind of whine around if they're at the starting line, but the historic guys gobbled up all the ones at the finish line on back, and we have a few at the start line. Still cheaper if you go together with some friends to buy a box seat. And if you can reach out to me all weekend, we'll put your name on it, and you just pick it up and pay for it when you get there. We've got a couple of classes left for sponsorship. I got really lucky this week and sold almost all of them. And, so that's great. Thanks to all our class sponsors. Without you guys, no way we can do any of this. And like I said, some guys on tractors will take injuries probably till midnight Saturday night. Let me know. We just jot you down and you just pay for it when you get there.
Yep. So now what's the plan there with those? Are we going to run the 4-1s on Saturday night only?
No, 4-1s run Friday night,
Friday night.
And then top 6 go to Saturday night.
Okay.
About every
pros.
top 6, other than the 85s and the 9,000 super farms, we're gonna let 8 go because a lot of tractors and the tracks will change and in lieu of splitting them and all that nonsense we've been getting into, we're just going to run them and it is what it is. It's 30 tractors. You got to beat 22 and make the finals.
Yeah.
I've been in classes of 70. Some of Bowling Green with my super farm. You had to beat them all. Is what it is. It's pulling. We do the best we can to make it puller friendly, but and with this event, it's old school. You got to beat them all to get.
How many light pros we got? So Clint, I know I dropped out, but
we'll probably have 6 or 7.
They all going to run Saturday night then again?
Yeah. Well, 6 will.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
another one
with the 5.0s, even though I think a couple of guys are wanting to bring their 5.0s or just to run them because we could not get no momentum with that group. We had one winner, I guess, that they wanted to play inside, and that was last year, and it probably won't happen again.
Which is highly unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, those guys had their chance, but some of the guys are old pro side guys have done that.
Yeah.
And the young guys that got them don't
right.
Choose.
Yeah.
We need to concentrate on what we're good at, and I feel bad to let the crowd down that I didn't pursue the light pro class like I should have. I should have been at every weight bracket all after Cloverdale and having them sign up, but I didn't. And that's all. That's my bad, and I apologize to fans. But we got a lot of tractors to watch. We got a lot of good competition. Yeah, we don't have very many super farms, but we got a pile of 85s. We got the stoutest hot farms on the planet now with the new turbos they got on, and they've all been dyno and since Cloverdale, so they've all gained more power. And,
oh gosh.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be fun watching them. And I got my little GT42 Pro Farm class. Got more of them than ever. I think those guys 1,000 times, for what they do. And we got a good class of 95 Pro Farms. Still looking for a few more 10 Pro Farms from Iowa. If guys with intercoolers on, if they can get in late. And we're gonna do the best we can. Ryan's supposed to be turning on the charity tickets for the toy this weekend, so we'll sell a few advance tickets if we can't make it. Justin's going to come out with the toy on.
It's going to be beautiful.
On Thursday and sell them for a couple of days, and then we're going to put one of our kids there and sell them. But we're going to probably let the family decide what kind of cancer foundation they want us to send this money to, because they have a better idea where the good work's going on in Wisconsin, and we want to make sure to send that money up there and make a tribute to Mike. I picked up the battery charger today for our hot farm classical battery stakes in memory of Mark Ruff. We're going to give him a commemorative battery charger out in his name because in 2005 we had a test session on Thursday night, and Mark decided to sit down on a battery charger and visit with people for a while. And throughout the night, that battery charger Mark got heavier, I think, with consumption, and the battery charger's wheels gave out.
I've heard this story.
Mark was still sitting on it. He didn't fall off, and he didn't spill his beer either. And so that was night one in that barn.
Night one.
And everybody remembered it. And Mark was just a great guy, great dude to visit with. Never had nothing but good advice for me. And, he ran around with Bill Smith a lot, and Bill Pro Farm there forever. And now Bill's got a 4-1 tractor, and we really have not had any luck getting Bill pulling doors with us, but we'll keep trying. But his friends, Scott Burkhart, Nick Cunningham, and I think this would be his nephew Lee Ruff, or Lee's coming with his hot farm tractor, and so. But yeah, we're gonna have a good time, and whoever wins the finals there on Saturday night will get a brand new battery charger, and it's a brand new Schumacher. I picked it up today, so
Be a good battery charger.
yeah. So every time you see that battery charger, when it's in your shop, you'll think of Mark.
Yeah, I think that I saw the family post that the tractor is sold, didn't they?
That is Double Trouble. That's the Myers. That's not Ruff's.
Okay.
Yeah. Myers tractor is sold. I didn't find out who bought it. If whoever bought it wants to bring it and pull it, it's on me.
I was told it's in the area still up there. So
Sure, I'm sure it is. There's not a lot of places you can pull 466 tree tractor anymore. It's just basically Tri-County and UPM and Badger State. Even the east side of Wisconsin went to 3 before.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
you could switch it into something else, but
Yeah.
I did find you a little tractor, Clint.
Oh, thank you.
So I'll have the side-by-side and the little tractor. So
Ed will be very happy.
I haven't told Brandon yet because him and I had a discussion the other day if we could make a 0-turn work or not. And we're just worried the pumps won't hold up.
No, they won't.
Well,
Ed,
we were talking about trying to build something on.
Ed might start going about St. Paul and doing donuts and stuff, putting on a show for the crowd too. You gotta watch it. He's crazy.
Yeah. I won't be able to Thursday morning early, but
Yeah.
That'd be fine. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
I'll
definitely.
have those with me Thursday morning.
I'll tell you what, I'm also getting really, really excited for our King of the 15 and our Too Hot to Farm 18 mile-an-hours. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we got a lot of
Who's
mile
gonna
per hour
answer our
guys.
Mongo?
You know, I was really happy that some of the local guys here jumped into 12. It's a little more limited than the other two. Thanks for those guys for stepping up and taking care of that. And then the 15, of course, got all the badasses. I mean, the Ampone League and Southern Indians, tractor pullers. It's all the best of the best guys in that group. And then Stan jumped up with the 18-mile-an-hour guys. The guys from Iowa, I really thought there'd be more of them come. I think they were kind of caught off guard. I think they heard about it, but didn't think it was going to be reality. But it is.
Quiet.
But
I have no control. They do what they want.
Oh my gosh. I just want to see Jeremy Gross make a hook with the Chop Top 40. Poor dude's been on a bad luck streak here lately with sudden failures.
yeah, it was too bad at Gordyville or at Cloverdale he couldn't get the hook.
No, I hate that. We've got so many good ones though, and like you said, we've got that 10,000 Pro Farm ECI class signed up as well.
Yeah, there's a couple of them with coolers on in that class, but the rest of them are just guys running a little more RPMs than the intercooler guys.
So, Tucker, would that be something similar to the 10,000 Hot Farm that I have on USA Pullers?
Yeah.
Okay.
If they run,
I saw Mark
nice
Hale's
balances
in it.
there,
Why does Warwall still have Barnyard Buick?
I think Vorwall is getting Pro Stocks healed up. I would
Yeah.
speculation going to truck show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That, well, I say high limit, no limit, or a little bit wounded.
That's yep. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the help getting out of Riverside right now.
Okay, you can blame the whole entire town of Farley for that.
Yeah.
Just blame Dubuque County. It's fine.
Pretty well, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, there was 7 pro stocks from this county go down there.
Yeah. Yeah. Tucker, what else can we do to help you out, brother? We're hitting on guys still.
I think advanced ticket sales are up now. Ryan said he's going to turn the link on for the live stream. Excuse me, this weekend, and Ryan's going to do the live stream like he always does. Should be a fantastic one as usual. The lighting in the building's pretty good now. They've updated the internet, so should be a good live stream. We'll probably live stream the test because they're on Thursday morning. And so you can watch a few of them, and we'll be rock and rolling Thursday night. You know, a week from tomorrow we'll be pulling.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we have any 11,000 pro farms making any test passes?
I don't think so. I need to look at the I need to look at the test pass list. I know I got some. So I know I got some 85s and some hot farms making test passes, and a lot of mile per hour guys.
I'll take them too.
And I've told about a half dozen guys I want to bring, you name it, like super, single engine mod, a pro mod foiler. I was like, no, this is not a testing tube. And please.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. It'd be kind of fun to do. I know we could be like super though.
Shane, we've had Nelson's in that building. We've had Jeff Hurt blow the fucking lights down. We've had Brian Korth blow the lights down. No, Clint's right. We don't need that shit this year.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, that roof is low.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't do anything as far as all that goes.
Well, no, they didn't make it any taller. They just cleaned it up.
What they do with the light?
There's no bird nests above the track anymore, Zach. So no straw will fall down on you.
Hey.
That's nice. Yeah, that's nice. No straw to fall down on us. So.
Man, I'm so excited. You know, all of us announcers were talking amongst each other. You know how excited we are. Man, this could be my first trip to Gordyville since 9-10 years old. I think.
Sure.
If that tells you anything, so
that makes us feel really old.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Clint, I'm only 25. If that makes you feel any better. Yeah, man, I'm just honored to be able to go and be a part of it and announce that in that building that has so much history behind it, and with everything we've done Midwest Winter Nationals, you know, this is going to be awesome.
Well, we had a lot of fun in there, and there've been a lot of pullers went down that little 250-foot track in that building over the years, and you know it grew to where it was almost obnoxious to try to put it on, and you know you're like, oh God, you know.
No,
pull until 2 in the morning.
Yeah, any hiccup would put you 2 or 3 in the morning. You know, the sled would screw up, or
oh man,
smoke tube failure. You're just like,
someone just said
good
give up to Kevin
members.
Shingleton for knocking the lights down. He's
Yeah.
pretty good, that Cloverdale.
Yeah, I haven't reached out to Shingleton. He acted like he was coming, but I haven't heard a word out of him.
It's together. He told us at Farm Show he had it ready to go for Murfreesboro. I don't know if you saw the picture of what that thing did at Cloverdale. Did you ever see the full picture of it?
All I seen was the stuff flying out of it.
Oh dear Lord, he showed us the
It
actual
was-
picture. It was bad.
Windowed from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Does anybody know? Did Dean get fixed?
Hadn't heard anything.
He is trying.
It won't, if he goes, it ain't gonna be. Doesn't go. It ain't gonna be from lack of trying. That's for sure.
That was disastrous.
Ugh.
He was in Illinois last week, headed to Englers, then headed to Carlton's, and headed home.
Well, is he watching the show? He normally does. Dean, a little update, buddy.
Maybe he's got his back to the TV tonight. Maybe spinning wrenches.
Yeah. I'm excited to drop the hooks there. Bets on gear ratios 15-1. I don't think so.
Jake, you better go about 4 higher than that, bud.
I would love to know what some of the gear choices are going to be in some of these classes this coming week.
15-1. I hope he can get off the line.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
I know one year my friend from Virginia, David Street, God rest his soul. He won the Mod Turbo 9000 Limited Pro Class, whatever you want to call it, in second. He put it in second gear. Not Jerry Lagarde second gear. Second gear.
How'd that work out?
And stood on it and won. Because the rest of the guys in his class all died.
Really?
Yep.
How many gears did he have to choose from? It's a bigger question.
He said he never ever pulled in that gear. He said that's the year we load the tractor in.
I wonder what gear 1 is then.
That was my
It
question.
was.
It was like 25-to-1 ratio.
Holy moly!
Low.
Clint, I looked
Wow.
back. I ate dinner last night with Sean Thornhill, and him and I were talking about Gordyville back in the day. And I looked back at notes the other day when we were tearing the motor out of the tractor. And the last time I pulled at Gordyville, I ran a 23-to-1.
Jeez, I ain't got the gear in my super farm now to do that. Then, holy smokes!
Neither do we.
I was
that
gonna say, I know you.
Now
don't.
that was 1,000 horse ago too, Clint.
Oh yeah.
That was whenever you guys we could get 40 of y'all at one time without even trying. Now it's like pulling teeth from out of a kid's head.
We used to have 2 flights of both flavors, intercooled and non-intercooled.
Wait,
Of you guys.
intercooled? Wait,
Of you guys.
What?
You
Yep.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about Light Pro. I was like, whoa,
No.
wait a minute. What did I miss?
Yep. We used to have 4 flights of super farms. Some guys would run both, some guys wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
My brother ran both every time he went up there.
Well, then we had the gauntlet thing that if you ran both super farms and then you ran in the 95 Limited Pro, which was a 3x4 class, well, we kind of started ruining that and started putting 3-ish by whatever turbos on with little rings in front of them. And that's kind of the predecessor to the 4-1 class because
I think I watched a video the other day where Connie ran Super Farm. He turned around about it. I think there was one class in between. He came back out and ran 4-1 with it.
Yep.
If I
Yeah, he
remember
did do
right.
that. Well, the
Randy
guys,
Baru was in on that.
yeah, the guys that kind of
Yeah.
really pushed the envelope was Randy Burrow, the boy that works for Troy Schradel. He was good at all of them. There was one year Troy won every class in the finals besides his own. He won the limited pro class, he
Yep.
won the NTPA super farm class, and then the only class he got beat in was his own because, of course, I bought his tractor in the Calcutta and he got second.
Who beat him?
I forgot who beat him.
What is Troy up to nowadays?
Works for Robbie Limke.
Works for
Lemke.
Robbie.
Oh, does he? So where's Contents Under Pressure at?
It's
It's
Webster's.
sold to the Webster family.
Webster bought it.
Oh, that's right.
So Clint, probably the year I'm surprised you still got an ass back from this, but the year I remember the most is the year you let Travis Slayball run with the pro stocks over there.
Yeah, that was Travis had just put that tractor together and wanted to try it, and we heard a lot of feelings that night.
The pro stock, those 2 nights, the pro stock guys, yeah, they got humbled quickly.
The Super Stock Pro Stock combo was born in Gordyville.
Yeah, we tried it there,
Yeah.
and Henry Everman tried it a couple years, and then that one year we hauled him off with only 1 tire left on it.
Yeah.
And, not very many supers came back after that.
Was that the year that was that Everman?
That year that Travis came, I remember I was sitting in the stands that year and we were betting with no money, and everybody's picking, Connie and all them, and I said, I'll take the super. He ain't gonna do anything. Yeah, well, I bought beer the rest of the night for everybody, I can tell you that.
How much money did you walk away with that night?
A bunch.
Well, no, never mind. 0 at the end. But to start with, what did you get?
A bunch. Yeah.
There's some of those
That's-
boxes you can
that's
buy,
the old-
buy beer tickets by the $1,000 increments on the east side.
Holy moly!
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
they have a robot thing that they're trying to get figured out that'll go over to the beer place and pick up the beer and bring it back to their box. They showed that to me the other night.
Is this the people that own the building that have this, or is this somebody that's rigged this?
Well, these are
together?
box seat people.
They're the box
Oh.
seat people.
Yeah, the box seat people. They're trying to get their motorized robot to work
Is Jasper behind this?
because they have it set up for GPS now, but they're afraid their GPS won't work inside, so they're trying to figure out another way to homing device for it to go over there to the beer cart, the beer lady. They'll fill it up and bring it back to them because they want to know how the bleachers are going to be set up. I told them I have no idea.
I actually kind of want to see if this works. I'm curious now. I want to see if this works.
They had one before, a motorized beer cart.
Yep. Are we gonna have the stacking cup competition follow us to Gordyville like we did in Cloverdale?
I don't know. Gordyville, it seems like they get a little more serious about the drinking and less of the stacking.
Mm-hmm.
So the snake idea might not be off the table again.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
Oh,
don't know if
gosh.
they will do it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm so excited to go back to this building. Or, well, for me, go to this building.
Well, like I said, we're going to try to do the best we can, and we got to hopefully all of our staff can make it. I know some of our guys are kind of nervous. We're going to have to start working in the field, getting stuff ready for guys, but we might have to draft a couple people to throw on tow tractors and stuff during the week, but we've never went without getting it done.
Yeah, we're gonna make it work. We'll put it that way.
We'll make it work.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Clint, thank you very much for joining
Hey,
us,
thank
sir.
you guys. And if anybody got any questions, everybody in the world's got my phone number. Reach out to me or reach out to Zolik. If it's a technical question, call Zolik. If it's a full-on question, call me.
Yeah, thank you,
We'll
brother.
see you
Thanks, guys.
Thursday morning.
Take care. See you, Schulte.
See you later, man.
Man, speaking of Zolik, by the way, man, we gotta give him a shout out too for the job he did on the live stream at Farm Show with those
Yeah.
guys. The
Yeah.
live stream at Farm Show this time was awesome.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah, they really did. But this is the first show we've done since Farm Show. Let's talk about it. I don't really know where in the world to start, though. I'm gonna let somebody else start somewhere.
What topic do we want to start on?
Well, I know one we're going to avoid, but we'll go on.
Yeah, we're gonna avoid. Yeah,
please.
we're avoiding that one.
Please, let's avoid that one.
I thought all in all the show went very well.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, overall, negate the pro stock thing because that's rough on some parts there. But
Yeah, I mean, it is every year.
I feel like there's a lot of classes that can put on a really consistent overall show, like four-wheel drives. And I'm not the biggest four-wheel drive fan in the world, but to see Larry Peterson get that win for his dad and what
Called it.
that was cool.
Another thing, I thought Vaughn did a really good job all weekend. Yeah, he had a couple, but you're going to have that no matter what when you're in
absolutely.
that situation. I thought the 4-1s put on a good show. I thought the light, of course, I'm partial light pros. I thought put on a good show. Banyan to make 2 back-to-back passes like that. Yeah, he didn't win, but he did back up his first pass.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the video that they did for the farm show commemorative video, I thought was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit long, but I thought it was really cool.
The second show thing and being in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, I never knew about that until I watched that video.
I didn't either.
I had no idea. I'm like, dude, that's home.
You got to talk about the Fent being debuted. That was, they did a phenomenal job. That thing is beautiful.
Y'all, I gotta give
it.
a thank you to everybody watching this show too for that, because y'all blew that thing out of the freaking water for us, man.
Yep.
Thank y'all for that.
Yep. I think just it goes back to every farm show. Everybody goes to see everybody they know and the fellowship, and there was a little drama, but no huge fights this year. I thought everything went great.
Yeah, I thought everything went over.
And I also
fairly
thought
smooth.
the hauler parking, it was a little farther away from Broadbent, but I thought it was nice the way everybody got in there. You weren't squished. To me, I thought the runway between Broadbent and Freedom Hall was a little better because you didn't have near the people to mess with.
Wyatt. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no, it was a long wall. There ain't no doubt about that.
Especially when you have to make the walk multiple times for different parts.
Yeah.
And tools and stuff.
Well, here was the
Right,
fun
Shane?
part. I would get halfway there. They would decide they need something. I'd go right back that way, and then I'd have to be almost there again. They'd be like, go back and get something else. Like, thanks, guys. Awesome.
I think I called you twice.
Yeah. There was one day I walked 10 miles up there this time, and I've never walked that much. I'm pretty sure that was Friday.
Yeah, whatever day we had to grab a lot of tools, that was when we were walking a bunch.
That would have been Thursday.
No, Wednesday, Thursday. Really. Yeah, I think it was just a little different this time, being as we were competing this time, which, never having an actual indoor stack on was a little different because your prep is a little different. The way you go
Hey.
about it is different.
Wyatt, you're cutting in and out really bad. Am I the only one hearing that?
Yeah, no, I hear it.
That's not good. You're lagging, and dude, your whole internet's lagging. It's not just that. Come
there
back,
you
go out and come back in.
Better.
Just go out and come back in. Anyway, yeah, man, I really enjoyed Farm Show this time. I did not spend a lot of time in the Farm Show itself. I literally think the most amount of time I was in there was Wednesday, when that was whenever I went to see the Patriotic Tractor, and whenever I went to go watch them reveal the fin. And the detail in the fin itself is actually pretty nice.
Yeah, they did a dang good job on it. The one thing I thought was a little bit different this year is the pulling tractor representation in the Farm Show.
Okay.
I mean, you had the Fent on the Fent booth. You had Elsings in the New Holland booth. And for
Denny.
the first time, I think, ever, you had a John Deere on a John Deere booth.
Maybe John Deere's coming around to the idea of pulling.
And I know that's not a corporate booth anymore, but they still, I'm sure, had to prove what went on that booth.
You think? I know one thing. The new Case IH Magnum 265 that's Stars and Stripes, it looks phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Wyatt says he's here, and I don't see him. Huh. We don't see you, brother. Anyway, but what else do you want to hit on for the Farm Show there? Oh, Morgan, that's a fair point, actually. First Blue Pro Stock winner in its history. That's fair.
Yep. And to make 2 passes to do it too.
Yeah. And then the fuel pump stuck Saturday night. I hated that. Yep. How about maybe?
What?
Okay, you're good.
I have no idea.
Whenever you private chat us, it didn't say that you were even in here. I didn't even see you in the queue. I don't know what's going on.
Technology.
Yeah, but we were just talking about how the first the first Blue Pro Stock winner ever happened at Farm Show and I guess the news is out now that Revelation Pro is heading to the Northeast with the Mr. Gary Cubbage and the Smiths and all them. They're going to take great care of it, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of cool knowing that. Seeing Rev, as Link calls it, with a little bit different skirting on it was a little different to see because, we are some 88 fans as IH guys. So
yeah, we are.
But it ran just like Revelation always has ran, which is really good. So,
yeah. The funny theme of the weekend, I thought, was everybody always rubbing on the top of the hood of the vehicle every time it got done. It seems like anytime anybody hit the sand pile, they would just kind of pet it a little bit, and I thought that was hilarious.
A little bit of a tap.
Yeah, that was awesome. Nelson's from Texas worked their butts off for their 2-wheel drive. Yeah, man, she had a scary explosion. Mendy did, didn't she?
Yeah, I wondered after them scrambling, and not saying it was going to happen either way, but for them scrambling right before the preliminary run to get it to run that way. I'd been curious to see how long it was going to last, if they were going to try and replace it entirely after that run. But
if they could have pulled off that engine swap that fast, wow.
Yeah. I mean, in the end, there's really nothing they could have done in that moment. I mean, when it started to breathe, and it was damn instant when it come apart.
Yeah, I mean, it came apart in a hurry.
So
I'm looking to see if they got results uploaded to the farm.
There is results up. Yeah, there's results up.
Dude, we gotta give a shout to Larry Peterson too. Zach, I think it was Zach that called his shot for that one.
Yeah, we were just talking about that was one of our first storylines we touched on. Zach did call that. And like we said, that was kind of cool for him to get that win. I thought that class is really good. Trip Downing makes a really good point. Lemke, as in Mason call it, small block nation, getting the job done Saturday night.
Yeah,
that was really cool to see.
And give a shout out to Trip Downing for winning his first ever prelim there at Farm Show. And give it to St. Mary, man. They hung in there. They got third mate to the finals to Saturday as well.
So can I pick the pass of the weekend?
Yes.
Wait, can we predict it? Or
Robbie Russell on Saturday afternoon?
Yeah, a little bit.
I was gonna say
that the veteran showed why he still knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, he did.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
It seems like he loves run on Saturday afternoon now. That tractor loves it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could tell it when it's set in. He was gonna hit the pile when nobody else.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, when the Fent went down there and I thought made a pretty good run for Saturday afternoon, and then Robbie comes up and just goes, "Nope, I'm gonna show you how this is done."
Yeah,
and nobody got close to him.
Can we talk about the pull off for the Pro Stocks on Wednesday night though?
I honestly think overall that might have been the class of the week.
The Wednesday night pros? Oh, for sure.
Because when you have a pull off of 4 and you can only take 3 of the finals, and somebody's going home that earned their way there.
I did not want any of the 4 of them to go home though. That was the thing.
And the Friday night Pro Stock is always the hype show, but there was a lot of breakage. Mm-hmm. There was, a lot of what I would call bad runs for Pro Stocks.
Uncharacteristic runs, what I call it.
There you go. That's probably the better, yeah. But the dual of fuels class, there was a lot of breakage in that.
Yeah.
Hey, we had to work on it all night long this time. We came out ahead on that deal. No, man, I want to talk about two-wheel drives as well. We got to talk about Superfarm. It's a winner overall. I mean, when was the last time a Case 2294 won the farm show?
Well, what was cool about that session on Friday night there is we started the class with 4 entirely different engine combinations.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey. There's Dean and Beth, and Rob made it to third late in the class on Saturday night. That is true. Do y'all have an update for us now that we know y'all are watching for sure, maybe?
Are we going to be in Gordyville?
Sorry, Wyatt, but I saw that and I was like, hey.
Yeah, I was in the hallway when that happened to Dean. I'm like, oh boy, that stretched.
Oh yeah.
I never dreamed it was as ugly as it was till he told us about that next day.
Yeah, he came. We were just walking through Broadbent. We found him. And we were like, oh,
we're standing by your brother's tractor.
Did the shaft break or whatever? And he was like, no. We're like, oh, that's not good.
I will say Shane Maston was on his way to join everybody in the finals that night.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That thing
I've never seen a tractor do that before.
It
just started going. I thought, no.
I'm not sure he's got a tooth left on the ring and pinion.
Oh no, there isn't.
Whichever one was left that was keeping it from hanging up and spinning, it got broke off because it kept spinning whenever it left.
Oh,
I felt so bad. I hate whenever that happens. I don't care who it is.
When you know what happens internally there, you're just cringing at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Rear end should be done Thursday night per Mr. Engler, and Carlton has motor apart. Fingers crossed. Perfect.
Cool.
So in other words, everybody is on top priority right now, so it should be there. You've got time. We'll wait for you.
So we want to cover some other events coming up.
No, because I'm not done talking about the rookie that we had win the two-wheel drive class on Saturday night.
Can we just talk about entirely the rookie class didn't do that terrible in all classes?
No, they really didn't.
No, they didn't.
I mean,
unfortunately, the worst one that happened was because of breakage, and he broke the rare breed on Saturday afternoon. Yikes!
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see the picture from that thing?
Oh, I saw it up close.
That was bad. So bad.
Brown with high class grass made a good pass in full drive.
Yep. Yeah, he did. I thought he was going to hang over there for a while. I really did.
Yeah, I know for sure. Like you're talking about St. Mary. I gotta give a shout out to Casey's with Oliver.
Yes, that thing ran really good.
It ran really good.
It always does.
Did you see the pictures of the block the week before?
Yeah. He showed them to me.
Mm-hmm.
That was unfortunate. Oh, where's that picture? I know he had it. Maybe he doesn't.
One thing I'll say about Farm Show, I thought, and I don't know if I can publicly say this, but the people that handle the social media for Farm Show this year did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, I thought they did pretty good with it as well.
They did phenomenal.
Yeah, they did.
I think the live stream, I mean, we talked about Zola a couple of that too. I mean, like the different angles which you saw it in person, which is also on the stream, was actually really cool.
So I don't know who was telling me this, but somebody said they'd done live stream there at the venue for a long time for the World Horse Shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Zach, can I tell my nerd out moment for the week?
What?
Can I tell my nerd out moment for the week?
Yeah, go for it.
Getting to meet Dan Patrick that drove Samson monster truck. That was awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna get him on. We're gonna get him on here one night.
He's gonna come on one night. Him and Rich is coming with him
Rich,
too.
Rich is gonna come with him. Yeah.
Yeah. Why you're gonna get a monster truck education that night?
Yeah, he sat with us in the suite all week, and Dan's man, that guy's like the Tim Engler of monster trucks. He's forgot more than any of us will ever know.
Yeah, man, and just I enjoyed getting to pick his brain, and then getting to pick Rich's brain too is a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but there's what was left of Rare Breed whenever he was riding on Saturday afternoon.
That is detrimental, but it could be worse.
Yeah, I know.
The cylinder head looks like it's okay. The pump looks like it's okay. You might have to replace an injection line or two because they look a little stretched.
Yeah.
Starter looks okay.
I say starter looks like it doesn't move.
Yeah. Other stories are Simon, win streak, all orange tractors having break. Yeah, I think every orange tractor had problems.
Brandon, that tractor I don't think goes anything but straight in Freedom Hall.
Yeah, this was the biggest under the radar thing that happened of the week. Antron Brown was there, and none of us knew it until after he was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm sure that was by design, but
I walked up to Grant Theobald and he remembers this. I go, "What's new?" He goes, "Hey, look to your left." I look over and I'm like, "That's Antron Brown." He goes, "Yeah, you just got out of the seat." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, that's what happened to you?
UConn beat St. John's 72-40.
Oh, ouch!
Ball sports.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the 50-year wrap of Dixie Deer that we broke too, and
that was a cool shocker to see.
Yeah, it was. Adam Diaz, they buying the I guess that was Die Hard Deer, or was that the old straight out line? Which one was
that? Was Die Hard.
That was Die Hard.
I would say him and Sabatka look just like, man. I couldn't tell them apart. Yeah. We got to debut that one as well, and then man, it seems like Wednesday was the day for the stories breaking on that deal, wasn't it? My goodness. Yeah, there's the Dixie Deer 50-year anniversary right there. I never knew it as Gypsy or Night Train. I never knew those. And then from 85 to 2005 is whenever we knew it as Tinker Toy. Yeah, that one. But what else is there? I know we've got Fort Wayne coming up next week.
Yeah,
Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne's coming up with the Yoder popcorn shootout or whatever they're calling it. It'll be streaming on Full Pull.
Yeah, it will.
They've got light pros, pro stocks, minis, two wheelers, hot farm,
3.0s, and
that's it.
Now there's one semi.
And did I hear Russ Yoder say something the other night on Beer Money that Jeff Hurt was going to come make a pass?
Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it's not entirely too
Why
far
not?
from
300 feet
to get a. Now I jumped in on the end of that. I don't know for sure, but I jumped in on the end of that.
So can I ask you guys a question? Knowing that we know who the sled guy is for this show, how nervous do you think he is going into this? He's never done an indoor event over 300 feet, has he?
I don't. I think they do a good job.
I think with that length of track, though, it's not going to entirely deter him off.
No,
I don't think it will either.
It's
I
what
just
because
I
last
just
time
hope-
when they had Fort Wayne, what was it? 310 you're in the pile or 320?
Yeah.
yeah. I just hope
Wow.
I just hope the smoke machine works okay for them.
Yeah,
I think that's the biggest worry because like the
Yeah.
320, 310 foot mark. I mean, it's just whatever you have normal outdoor settings is probably just a year or two faster, maybe.
Yeah. I'm just happy he's getting a shot, man. You know, he deserves it just like anybody else does.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Then you got the Southern Swing coming up in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever it is, 2 and 3 weeks away.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be curious to see how the turnout is though for this one because the Monster Truck Show and the pulling are two separate ticketed events there at the event center.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that works too.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about that really. I went over here to Oak Grove there for the charity tractor pull over there for Shriner St. Jude's. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I seen you went over there.
Golly, geez, we had 1,885 hooks in 3 days. It was a lot. It was a lot. And I didn't know how sketchy you can get at 200 feet at 15 miles an hour, but you can. It was interesting.
Oh yeah,
Yikes.
real quick.
It was a
Yeah.
lot of fun. Oh yeah, we did find out that Fastlane sold from Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff moving. It's
Has
just
the new owner made it public that he has it?
no, but a lot of us know where it went.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Mid America Truck Show coming up too soon, y'all. I mean, March is
March is
packed.
loaded. March is loaded.
Yeah, and then we got World Series of Pro Mod this weekend, which if it's anything like the last two have been, I'm
It's gonna be
losing my
nuts.
chair. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not gonna
gosh.
watch this weekend.
It is. If numbers and testing are gonna relay over into race day, we are in for another throwdown of a qualifier.
What's the weather
Yeah.
supposed to be down there? Is it gonna be cool? Is it gonna be hot?
I don't know.
I've heard decent weather.
How many people have we got that are running centrifugal cars this weekend?
Basically everybody that was a turbo except for two. But
Who stuck with it?
Bowman with the California Chevelle, and then the white 68. I don't remember the driver. There's a white 68 Camaro that's still turbos because Sean Ellington with the blue car went from turbos
Blue.
to charger. Mickey surprisingly went from turbos to pro charger, and then we did have another turbo car in it. But if anybody has seen the video, Jimmy Taylor did have a wreck this afternoon. So
Yeah, that wasn't
he won't be
good.
running.
He smacked that one pretty hard too.
Well,
Kinda head on type of deal.
it's just like pro stock cars. The downforce on those cars is very minimal, so keeping them to the track is the most important thing.
No, Morgan, there won't be a pro superstar shootout this year.
Yeah, and if anybody knows the reason behind pro not having it this year, it was originally supposed to be an every other year thing, but the back-to-back was kind of like a specialty thing, so it's really supposed to be an every other year pro superstar shootout.
Zach, you were asking about the weather. Tomorrow's going to be 77. Friday, 79. Saturday is supposed to rain at 7 and be 78, but Sunday's going to be 78 and sunny.
So you're probably not gonna see some of the ETs you did when it was
Only
60
at night.
degrees.
Only at night.
Q3 and Q4 you might, because I mean the lows are down in the 60s.
Well, it depends on how they schedule the qualifiers now, because they may schedule the qualifiers to where you're running the last one in the afternoon.
Right.
Going right in.
I still stand to my statement that these drag races need to end on Saturday night.
Yeah,
Which
I
they
agree
will.
with
They
that.
will. This one does end on Saturday.
Well, I'm taking into account if they've got to push it back because of rain Saturday. That's why I went ahead and threw Sunday in there.
True. But by schedule, it is supposed to end Saturday.
Yeah.
Um,
Man, this is
and
a
then we
longer
go-
show than what I
well-
planned on, but it works.
I guess if we want to also touch on drag racing, we can also touch on the quickest and the fastest passes in Top Fuel history.
Yes.
That-
Oh yeah.
That many 340-mile-an-hour passes alone for Top Fuel. Then you include the fact that Langdon broke the record, not in competition, but in pro testing, of a 62-1. that started it all off, but then he ran 3:45. And the crazy part about it, if you listen to Brian Lones and Joe Costello, that car put a hole out early and then picked it back up. So if we're talking about roughly 1,200, 1,300 horsepower per cylinder, you imagine that thing on all cylinders?
Yeah. Can we talk about, by the way, the crossover from full pull and NHRA, by the way, with there being 3 pulling vehicles on display at Gator Nationals?
That's pretty awesome.
That's going to be fun. Was it Jeremy Yeager's 2 and
Chase's 2?
Light mod? Is he taking the mini and the light mod?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeremy just got Trencher.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you took both trucks. My bad.
No, it's supposed to just Trencher.
Yeah, I'm still debating on if I'm going to try to do that. I don't know yet.
But yeah, I mean, after this weekend, March is absolutely loaded. Not only drag racing, but there's actually a poll every week in March when it comes to big polling.
Oh yeah, and then hey man, you throw the beta to the new game into all this.
Yeah, well, when you consider Fort Wayne and Spring Nationals for the first week, then you go to the Southern Swing first week, then you go Southern Swing second week, and Louisiana,
and the truck show,
and the truck show,
and the games coming out in there between there.
Yeah. So get ready.
Yeah, Zach, we still got to figure out a way to make that sound effect that my brothers had at Farm Show. We still got to figure out how to make that into the show. I haven't figured out how to do that yet.
If there's a will, there's a way.
Oh, yeah. I've got a soundboard over here. I just really don't want to drag that out of the box. And by the way, I want to apologize to y'all for the way the show was going at the Ground Plaza. That was my own stupid mistake. I switched internets as we went live, and it just trashed it.
Mm-hmm.
But we will have them on to do a redo interview at some point.
Yes. So,
And
Zach, you mentioned you need to talk about life, or is that not?
Give me one sec here.
what are you after?
Replying to a guy that works with me.
Oh, did you sell something this late at night?
No.
Oh, why not?
So one thing I was going to say, you watch all this Louisville coverage come out, and all these people doing their thing at Louisville. And I know you're held to certain rules when you're in Freedom Hall. And I've had conversation with another person that's sometimes on this show. Be different, guys. Be different. Don't do the same thing everybody else does. Give us a different perspective. I don't care if it's a different angle. I don't care, but give us a different perspective. Be different than everybody else. Because you can only see so many unboxing videos. You can only see so many rolling into broadbit videos. You can only see so many going across the scales videos. Be different. Do something that you're known for. If there's 15 of you standing there, don't do the same thing 14 others did. Be different.
Yeah, find a way to be different. Find a way to make sure your own product your own unique thing.
And the other thing that I want to say,
I know we have all of our own unique audiences.
The other thing I want to say, and I appreciate everybody that promotes the sport of polling. But after some conversations that's been had in the last couple weeks, we're all out here to do one thing, that's to grow the sport of polling. The hatred between people that are trying to do the same thing has got to stop, because it's not good for anybody in this sport.
No.
I don't care who it is, who you like, who you don't like. We're all out here to do one thing, that's grow the sport of truck and tractor pulling.
We've all got to pull the same direction, or else we're not going to go anywhere.
Bingo. And
look, I will say there's been some stuff that could have been handled differently in the past.
But
I will say that flat out.
You have to realize that people have tried to make right with people, and we've got to all move on and do this the right way and promote the sport of pulling. I don't care what organization you promote. I don't care what organization you follow. But we're all here to do one thing, that's grow the sport. And when you're fighting with another person that's trying to grow the sport, it doesn't look good for anybody.
No, it doesn't work for anybody either.
And that's just what I got to say. We gotta get on the same page and grow this sport, because it's on the verge of breaking out. I feel like, with what's going on with, what the NTPA
Every side.
and what Full Pull and NHRA is doing, what IHRA and PPL is doing, what all these organizations are doing now to bring eyes to the sport. It's on the verge of becoming big. But when you got people that are fighting, it's going to hold it back. And doesn't look good to anybody. I don't care what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's what I got to say.
And as Ryan Rusink always, I'm not going to quote directly, but don't make stupid people famous, especially with what happens, because certain things can end up hurting us pullers and the pulling organizations and events in the end.
Yeah.
And I'll give Jason Schultz 110% credit for putting his video out he put out. He did a phenomenal job of that video.
Bad.
And the one thing I will say on that is I don't know if Ryan's listening or not. I texted him a few minutes ago. Ryan had this conversation the other night. Our sport has got to have a little bit of wow factor.
That's not it.
That's not it. But there has to be a little bit of the wow factor. Do you see NASCAR pulling their wrecks off the highlights? No, you do not. Do you see NHRA pulling the bodies blowing off all the highlights? No, you do not. We've got to have something, because let's face it, our sport in general shows terrible on TV.
Yeah.
And you've got to have a little bit of wow factor to bring eyes to this sport. But you don't have to go to the extent that went to share the dumbasses that do the shit that got done the other night in Florida.
Yeah, that was just plumb ignorant.
Because the way he ended up walking away was probably one of the best case scenarios, because they're also.
How did he get that lucky?
Yeah, because he's a lucky man for what could have happened.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what Mark Bingham felt like when he seen him fall off the front of his sled.
Oh, I know.
100%.
I mean, Mark.
Mark is one of the most down-to-home, humble guys you've met in your life. And to see that, but in general, we've got to have a little bit of wow factor.
Hang on.
That's not the way to do it.
Yeah. No. Sorry, no. Anyway.
That's not the way to do it, guys. You've got to, if you want to produce something after the fact, know that nobody's hurt, nothing like that's happened. Sure. Like the engine exploding at Farm Show. The still images after, great. That shows a little bit of wow factor.
Yeah.
But what happened the other night, and I know we cannot control what fans post. You can't do it.
Correct.
You can't control the TikToks, you can't control that. But we can control what we do as promoters of the sport. We can control that.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
So there's my soapbox for the night.
Yeah.
Be different, get along.
What else do we have going on here? I think that's it.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Yeah. Like I said, y'all, please, for y'all that are still here, please go and share this around. We want to blow up this tractor pulling game ordeal. As y'all saw, I'll go ahead and run the 5-minute clip back through, or not, because it's gone. Never mind. Not going to do that. So until next time, we will see y'all then. Cannot wait for the next one. Who knows? Maybe we'll be testing out a beta of a game next time we go.
You
See
two
y'all
will.
soon. No, I'll
See you guys.
I'll get your son. See ya.
See ya.